Hey roamers, I'm Jamie,
I'm Linda.
and this is Roaming with Rosie.
In just a few weeks, I'm going to be unemployed by choice and not without a lot of planning. In fact, 3 years of planning. In case you missed it, I submitted my resignation. I did it. 30-year career about to end before retirement.
Where one chapter closes, another begins. Our location independent life is about to begin.
So now there's so much to look forward to, and definitely now that I've given my resignation, all that fear that I had is kind of gone away, and I'm just looking forward to it now.
In upcoming episodes, we're going to share with you how we're going to manage this. We're going to share with you our health insurance, our budget, and our travel plans for the next few months.
In the meantime, if you've been following us, you know that we've been exploring the state next door, New Mexico. And at the end of this episode, we have a very big announcement about that.
Be sure to watch to the end so you can find out what we've done.
On this episode, we're going to focus on their graffiti.
Street art or public art, at least that's what they call it in the city of Las Cruces.
Right. And the natural beauty of the area is known to anybody who's driven through there. If you've been on Interstate 10 or you used any of the other highways that cross through the southeastern portion of New Mexico, then you've seen how beautiful it is.
If you drive through this small city, you'll soon notice a lot of what you think of as graffiti.
It's something that most neighborhoods worry about affecting their property values negatively, and it's considered vandalism, and it's definitely not welcome in most places.
But not in Las Cruces. What you might call graffiti is sometimes referred to as beginning art class.
Where there is this traditional graffiti, there's often amazing artists who put their own print on top of it or next to it to complement it, to honor it, and it definitely gets some respect.
On this episode, we're going to share with you some of the incredible man-made beauty that tells the story of the people of Las Cruces, New Mexico, in the Mesilla Valley of the Rio Grande.
And just for fun, a couple of roadside attractions that each rank as the world's largest.
You'll be amazed. Let's check it out.
Las Cruces, New Mexico is a place where street art and artistic expression have a home. It's welcome. They use lots of words to describe it, and none of them are graffiti. The closest thing to that word is a new term, graph. These are murals. They are respected, appreciated, and often commissioned and financed. The city recognizes that quality of life isn't only represented by good streets, utilities, and programs and services. Quality of life is enhanced by support of a community's art and cultural resources. Themes of public art tend to differ here in Las Cruces than in neighboring El Paso or Albuquerque, often attributed to farming, culture, and natural environments of the Mesilla Valley. Their expressions or communications, much like the ancestors of the indigenous people who once called this home. Some of the credit for establishing street art as an addition or enhancement to this city goes to 25-year-old artist Sebastian Velasquez, known as Vela. His work is part of what incited a movement, and other local artists have followed. Vela refers to his murals as modern hieroglyphics, what ancient people did on rocks and stone walls. Now he's in demand all over the U.S. for commissioned murals to promote businesses or honor people, or just tell a story. He also created this mural of the Rio Grande Theater. Built as a movie theater in 1926, the Rio Grande was a focal point of downtown Las Cruces and a community gathering place until it closed in 1997. It was restored and reopened in 2005. The theater is the only operating two-story adobe theater in the country, and it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's now a quirky, fun performing arts center in the heart of the revitalized downtown. Owned by the city of Las Cruces, the schedule includes classic movie events as well as a popular concert location. Vela also created this nearby piece, and it takes center stage in a mural that wraps around the entirety of the building that's home to Cruces Creatives. His portion of the mural seeks to honor missing and slain Native Americans amid a nationwide push to bring more attention to this issue. The hashtag MMIW atop stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. In the mural, a Native American woman stands in front with her fist raised. She's screaming, and the words below say, "No more stolen sisters." Regarding the mural, Velázquez said, "You can't really turn off a mural. It's there every day and every night. I think aerosol art is a healing method rather than a criminalizing method." The other murals on the building that seem to flow from and into each other are part of the objective of Cruces Creatives, a 12,000 square foot nonprofit makerspace. This place connects people with the tools, training, and community to make practically anything. There's a link to learn more about Cruces Creatives in the description below. Just across the parking lot is Lucky Dog Billiards, a family-friendly billiards and darts-themed restaurant. With this gorgeous mural, you can't miss their invitation to stop in for fun, food, or make some new friends. Saba, a respected Navajo artist, has opened a studio on West Picacho Avenue and is hoping to establish the area as an art district. We were camped at the nearby KOA and literally drove past this area every day. There are beautiful and story-filled murals everywhere you look. It's actually what started our fascination with them in the first place. On the Saba Hut website, Saba states that he focuses on bridging the gap from old to new, hoping to relay the message to the younger generations that the First Peoples are alive and continuing to rise out of this colonial coloring book. Saba has said he loves this graph art because it has no identified dollar value. He refers to it as aero soul art instead of aerosol. Saba has stated that while graffiti culture started on the coast, Native Americans here have made it their own. He's been quoted as saying, "Don't forget, we've been writing and painting messages on walls forever, so this is a rebirth of that." We've provided links in the video description below for more about this thoughtful and inspiring artist. This Spider-Man mural at Zia Comics was painted by Ana E. Nunez, right in the heart of Las Cruces' downtown facing the public plaza. This isn't your ordinary comic book store. This 8,000 square foot business houses an ice cream bar, a game room, a custom-built table for tabletop strategy games involving hand-painted miniatures, as well as an area for role-playing games complete with outfits. Tutti Bambini Children's Store got our attention because of a charming mural created by artist Francisco Romero on the street-facing side of the shop. This volunteer-run nonprofit sells donated, new, and gently used children's items. The proceeds benefit needy children and families on both sides of the nearby U.S.-Mexico border, as well as providing clothing vouchers for their clientele to shop for little ones at the store. If not for the mural covering the entire outside wall of Messia's Palazzo Cafe and Bar, we might have just driven by. The mural depicts the famous Budweiser Clydesdale horses that promote the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company. The actual horses have visited Palazzo Bar, which opened in 1936, on 3 occasions. According to the business, the first was in 1941 and the latest in 1988. The mural was commissioned to commemorate the over 80-year history of the bar and the people who made it what it is. Pablo Salcido initially opened it as a blacksmith, but after a couple of dance events there, his wife said this needs to be a dance hall. The family still owns it, and it's been operating with the same liquor license for over 80 years. You're all excited, Dexter. Where are you going? Where are you going? Gonna see the world's largest chili pepper, and we're gonna see the world's largest chili pepper, and perhaps the world's largest roadrunner. That's what we're on the hunt for right now. Are you excited, Dexter? Yeah. Oh boy, he's so excited.
Hey roamers, guess what we found?
We just found
something that makes Las Cruces, New Mexico beat out Hatch, New Mexico for chili capital of the world. And here's why. The world's largest chili pepper.
47 feet long, 2.5 tons of concrete.
And it's at the Big Chili Inn.
Big Chili Inn.
Yep.
Other fun, quirky artistic creations also have a home in this community. Built in 2011, the owners of the Big Chili Inn thought a 47-foot-long red chili pepper would attract tourists to their motel rather than the ones lacking giant chilies. It's made of 2.5 tons of concrete and establishes Las Cruces as a rival to Hatch, New Mexico, which claims to be the chili capital of the world. And the motel gets some really good reviews on TripAdvisor as well. The next time you're looking for a place to stay along Interstate 10 in Las Cruces, don't forget the Big Chili Inn. Built in 1979, Paisano Pete in Fort Stockton, Texas, was for many years the world's largest roadrunner. At 22 feet long and 11 feet tall, he's still pretty big. However, the roadrunner is the official state bird of New Mexico, so they couldn't let Texas's Pete win that contest. That may explain why artist Olin Kalk originally built this giant recycled roadrunner, who's 20 feet tall and 40 feet long, in Las Cruces in 1993. Originally, it was made exclusively of items salvaged from the city's landfill, and that was its first home. Olin's also wanted to call attention to what he called consumption, recycling, and just looking at stuff we throw away. In early 2001, Olin stripped off the old junk, replaced it with new junk, and moved the roadrunner to a rest stop along Interstate 10 just west of the city. By 2011, the roadrunner had deteriorated, partly from the elements and partly from grabby visitors. Olin stripped it down again and brought it back to his house. It sat there for 3 years waiting for the city to determine its fate. Wisely, they decided in favor of the roadrunner, and it was returned to the rest stop in June of 2014. But by then the landfill had closed, so Olin refeathered it using thrift store rejects and scrap metal salvaged from the Las Cruces Recycling Center. It now has eyes made from Volkswagen headlights, as well as a body augmented with old sneakers, golf clubs, and plastic toys. The roadrunner can be seen for miles, and it's gained a wide new audience of fans, although signs around the sculpture warn of rattlesnakes when we stop by to visit. That didn't stop people from blissfully trudging out to the big bird to pose for snapshots or examine the junk. The roadrunner is now also perched atop a fake rock, which Olin hopes will discourage souvenir hunters and, in his words, the occasional idiots who in the past would ride the roadrunner. As far as we know, the rattlesnakes are still there too, so watch out.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Roaming with Rosie, and it gives you another reason to come and explore this area.
We've just begun to discover the public art in New Mexico, and we look forward to discovering so much more in the streets and the buildings of what
Newsflash.
Of what will be our new home base.
Yep, you've heard it right. We're relocating our home base to the southeastern corner of New Mexico.
Yep, after 26 years, we'll soon be saying goodbye to Arizona.
In upcoming episodes, we're going to share with you more details of why we chose this area to be our home base for exploring North America in our RV.
We hope you'll follow our journey of RV living before retirement and how we work out all the details, the important details of living a location-independent life.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And we'd be honored if you would share our channel with your friends and family. So be sure to click that bell so you'll be notified each time we put up a new video.
And make sure to leave a comment so you can be part of the conversation.
Until next time.
See ya.